What I want to talk about today is how to increase your engagement in your social media, especially using Facebook Live.
Welcome to the ProsperityRx podcast. This is Keith Abel with your prescription for prosperity. This is a podcast where I give you hope. I show you the path to build a life of health, wealth, and prosperity, to build a life that you don't need a vacation from. Folks, we've all messed up by believing some of the prevailing wellness and money myths in our culture. The turning point in your life, however, comes when you're willing to own up to it, to take your health and your finances into your own hands, to claw your way out of whatever's holding you back and never live in that lie again. Let me ask you, what good is your wealth if you have poor health? And what good is your health if you have no wealth? If you're willing to own up to it, to accept that you do have the power to change your circumstances, and that you're willing to do whatever it takes, then this podcast is for you. Humorist Josh Billings said, "Health is like money. We never have a true idea of its value until we lose it." You truly can change your life and start on the true path for good health, financial peace, and prosperity. So let's get on with the show.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pharmacist Keith Abel, and for the last 2 years, I've participated in several different 14-day social media challenges where we learned how to use social media to market our business. And it's taught me, several things when it comes to how to use social media and Facebook specifically to get your message out there. And what I wanted to talk about today is how to increase engagement and exposure through social media. And I started another one of those 14-day challenges. So I want to share with you what I learned in the very first lesson right out of the gate. So right out of the gate today, I learned a little bit about Facebook and its algorithms and some things that you can do to tweak those algorithms to increase your exposure. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to take a few minutes of your time and share with you what I learned today. Hey, Leslie, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you watching today. The first thing that we talked about in this 14-day challenge is how to show up, it's the things that you do on a daily basis regarding building your business and building an audience and building a presence on social media. It's all about the way you show up, and it's very likely that what you've been doing in building your presence, it's the same way that you've been showing up in life in general. So every time that voice inside you gives you an excuse, I'll do it tomorrow, I don't have time, those types of things, recognize it and step up to the plate and get busy with your business. The challenge that I'm participating in, this 14-day challenge, is specifically regarding Facebook Live and how to increase your engagements there. But the things I expect to learn should be able to be applied to other social media platforms as well, like LinkedIn and Twitter and the other platforms. The next thing that we covered today is an understanding of those Facebook algorithms. Now, in the beginning days of Facebook, it was a race to max out your friend list, but that's changed now. Today, there are really two parts to the Facebook algorithm that they use when it comes to pushing your information out there. First, Facebook looks at how you engage other people on Facebook. What ways are you engaging? So you got to ask yourself, how engaged are you? Do you comment on other people's posts? Are you social? Hey, Bob, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Next, Facebook looks at what percentage of your friends engage with you. And to get this percentage, Facebook takes the total number of friends that you have plus the number of pending friends that you have. Friend requests that you've sent out and folks haven't responded yet. So they total those things together and then use that to help determine the percentage of actual engagement that you have. So Facebook looks at how much you engage with others and how many other people actually engage with you. And they use these two things to gauge how much exposure that they're going to give to your post. Well, there's a few things that you can do to kind of tweak the algorithm to your benefit. And ignoring any part of this is really going to hurt your results. First, it's what we call pre and post engagement. Before you do anything, before you post anything on Facebook, it's highly recommended that you pre-engage with other people. And what does it mean by pre-engage? It means to go out and comment on at least 5 to 10 other people's statuses, their photos, send direct messages, comment on their walls and comment on their posts, that type of thing. That's pre-engagement. And this is going to prime the pump to help Facebook send your message out to more people. So that covers the pre-engagement part. So what do we mean by post-engagement? What we mean by post-engagement, hey, Rick Dunn, thanks for jumping on there, and I'm glad that you're on there. But the next thing is the post-engagement. So you need to set aside 10 to 15 minutes after you go live on a post to comment and engage with the people that were on your post, engage with the people that liked your stuff. You don't want to post anything right before you're ready to go to bed, or if you're going to go into a movie or you're going on an airplane or anywhere where you're not going to be able to reply to folks. You got to have at least 10 to 15 minutes after you have some type of presentation or video or something set aside for post engagement. So if nobody's engaging, be sure that you're following all these steps, and as you do this more and more often, you're going to see the engagement start to increase. And you want to stick with it because things are going to improve with you over time. I'm going to try now to put a piece of content out at least every day, at least every other day. The goal is to get some content out there every day so I can help build my skills at doing this. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is how often should you post? If you're posting on Facebook stories or Instagram stories, it's unlimited. You can post on those as much as you want. That's not going to affect your algorithm on Facebook. But as far as posting on your timeline or your news feed, you don't want to post more than once or twice per day. You can comment on other people's posts on their walls, but on your wall, you don't want to post more than once or twice a day. And it's going to help increase your Facebook putting your stuff out there to more people. One more way to increase your engagement is to drop a comment on some of your older posts, the memories posts, those type of things. And that will help re-engage folks on those, and that then helps with your algorithm for the engagements that you're getting on your stuff. The more people are going to see those older posts that way, it's just going to re-trigger engagement. And it's a great thing to do if you're going to be out of the pocket for a while. So if you're getting ready to go into a movie or get on an airplane or something like that, that's the type of thing you want to do on social media, is to just engage on some old posts and make some comments there, and then later come back and re-engage the people that responded to you. Now, I mentioned that Facebook also looks at the number of people that you know and what percentage of them are engaging with you on Facebook. So how can you improve that percentage? So let's start by looking at the friend requests that you've sent out, not the ones that people sent to you. These are friend requests that you sent out to other people. Hey, Brandy, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Facebook considers these invitations as if they've already became a friend. So let's say you have 100 people engage on posts in a day. And let's say you have 1,000 friends. And let's say you have 90 pending friend requests. Well, Facebook is going to take that 100 engagements that you had and divide it by 1,090. That's the friends plus the pending friends. And this gives you, in this particular example, an engagement of 9%. So if you go into Facebook and delete all those pending friend requests, the ones that nobody's answered to, your percentage engagement automatically goes up. If you don't know how to find your pending friends, then use Google and search where to find my pending friend request on Facebook, and you'll find out how to do that. Facebook's constantly changing the way that you can look for that. So that's the best way to find out where to get that information. Anyway, you want to find all those pending friend requests and you want to eliminate all of them. Now that takes that same 100 engagements, and now you get to divide it by 1,000 friends instead of 1,090, and your engagement percentage automatically goes up to 10%. You increase the percentage on your engagement there. And remember, the higher that your engagement percent goes, the more exposure Facebook gives to your posts. So let's look at another way to increase that percentage. You do that by reducing the people on your friends list who aren't active on Facebook. I mean, they're not active on there, they're not engaged in any way, so they're counting against you. This will also naturally increase your algorithm. The best way to do this is look at it on birthdays and memories and on friendversaries and older posts. As those days come around, go through all your birthday wishes. And you can go to the search bar on Facebook and search birthdays today, and it's going to give you a list of all your friends that have birthdays today. And what you want to do then is go into their profiles and see if they're even active on Facebook. I mean, if they haven't posted anything on Facebook in 6 months, year, or maybe never, then you want to delete those from your friends because they're hurting you when it comes to your percentages. They're counting as somebody that's listening to you but not engaging. So you want to get rid of those right away. It counts against you. Also, friendversaries are a great way to look for people that don't have that aren't engaging with you, because there's a lot of people on Facebook that don't put their birthdays in there. So if you look for friendversaries, then you can do the same thing. And again, you search Facebook on that search bar on Facebook and put in their friendversaries. It's going to give you all the friendversaries, which are anniversaries of when you became a friend. It's going to give you all of them for that particular day. Go through that list, go to their profiles, and if they're not posting anymore, they're not active on Facebook, you want to get rid of those. Let's say that you did all this. You've gone through your birthdays, you've gone through your friendversaries, and you managed to eliminate another 90 folks. Your percentage engagement then jumps up. It jump up another percentage to 11%. So just by doing that, you've increased what Facebook's algorithm considers the engagement on your post. And since you have a better engagement on your posts, they will then push out your new information to more people. Every time you put a new post up there, they're going to push that out to more people. So folks, I hope you found this information helpful. If it has been helpful, let me know in the comments, and then feel free to share it with other folks that you think might benefit from it. Also, if you would like to have a copy of my notes as I go through this 14-day social media challenge, I'd be glad to share those. Just send me a private message, and I'll put you on my list to get those notes as we go along. Also, if you're looking for a way to create some extra income using social media without interfering with what you're currently doing right now in your regular job, then also send me a private message, and I'll gladly set up a time for us to talk. So stay tuned as I dig into this challenge more, and as I go along on my journey, I'm going to share more information with you, and hopefully we can learn some things together. I really appreciate all you guys jumping on there, and look forward to talking to you all again in the future. I'll see you later.
This has been the ProsperityRx podcast with pharmacist Keith Abel. ProsperityRx, your prescription for health, wellness, and prosperity. If you found value with this episode, please share and go to Apple iTunes, make a comment, and give us a 5-star rating. Also subscribe to iTunes or your favorite podcast platform. ProsperityRx can also be found on YouTube at youtube.com/ProsperityRx. Pharmacist Keith is also a business entrepreneur. He helps folks from all walks of life start and run their own home-based business. If you'd like Keith to help you create your own business, then visit aimhighforsuccess.com.